Now to my final topic. Nigerian students graduating in the UK are facing significant challenges in securing jobs and maintaining a reasonable standard of living. The economic downturn back home has had a ripple effect on the lives of Nigerian students studying abroad. The cost of living in the UK has skyrocketed for those students, making it increasingly difficult for them to make ends meet. Many are struggling to find jobs that can support them financially, as the depreciated Naira has significantly reduced the value of their savings. Earlier, I was joined in the studio by personal development coach Toyib Adewale Adelodun. Toyib Adewale Adelodun, it's always a pleasure having you in the channel's Business Global studio. It's quite timely as well because, of course, we've all seen it. If it's not been our brother or sister, it's been a family member or a contact. Everybody is graduating at the moment. 100%. Congratulations if you are a graduate. Yes, it's really nice, of course, because we've all been there. It brings back nostalgia. But as we were saying before the cameras were rolling, it's a really critical period at the moment. Of course, we know there's the drumbeat of protests in Nigeria, people not happy with the economy. Lots of people say it's not affecting us here. It is, not just those of us living in the diaspora, yes, but of course foreign students. I had this conversation with you a couple of months ago. Please, considering you are an expert in this field, can you give me a broad overview of what's been happening over the past couple of months? Yes, we're happy so many Nigerian students have successfully graduated, but it's not been an easy journey, has it?
It has not. It has not. I was in Manchester yesterday. I met a couple of students as
graduating.
Well. Some just graduated, some just submitted their dissertation.
Wow.
And that. So, and I get these stories every day from young people that are trying and just getting into the country, trying to settle down. You know, we had that bit of inconsistency with the exchange rate, yes, and getting funds to.
Is it consistent now?
Well, it is not. It is still the same case. So, and traveling here to study now is extremely, extremely expensive. I mean, you're looking at more than £2,000. I mean, 2,000 Naira to a pound in terms of conversion and all of that. Yeah. So it is not for the faint-hearted, money-wise.
So all those pictures we're seeing, they have rich parents, right?
It took blood to get to that kind of, to reach that achievement in terms of the mental stability as well of the students. You know, we had some cases of universities telling some students to go home. So for you to be able to come here, achieve that dream, it has taken a lot for the
sacrifice.
And as you said, unfortunately as well, the system does not recognize this. So you are just coming into the job market as well. That doesn't mean that you're going to get your first job. You might apply for 50 jobs and get no's. So what I've been doing with a lot of work that people have been doing is to try and say, look, now that you are coming out, how do you make the most of these new certifications? Yeah. Because master's is now the new degree. There are so many people.
Goodness me, Toyib.
Honestly.
But it's true.
It is true.
It's true. Some people even have 2 or 3 masters these days.
Exactly. And then when you look at like I went to a graduation some months ago, and you could see at the rate at which the university here in the UK was graduating students. They had a session at 12, they had another one at 3, they have another one at 6. And these are lots of students graduating. The schools have made their money. Now it's time for the students to go out into the job market and make a way for themselves. What
is the biggest talking point for foreign students in the UK at the moment? Is it how are we going to pay in September? Or was it even worth coming here? How am I going to get a job? What are they grappling with right now?
It's a bit of the two, because for some master students, a quite number of them are self-funded. Okay. You know, they put some money together. Yeah. Some of them sold houses because they want to become more valuable in the marketplace. Yeah. And then they've come here, they've had to see that, look, that challenge was just a tip of an iceberg. Like, now I have to start again in a new system. Yeah. You know, you can imagine a student that had to pay several months of rent because they don't have reference. You know, now they are having to start in a new system again. And part of the support that we do for people is just to support them to say, look, this is a phase because you've just moved into a new system. Because it's difficult to explain if you are not here already, you know, until when you get here and then you now say, oh, wow, reality sets in. Now I have to do these assignments, I have to submit all of this, and I say I have to do some jobs, maybe within the 20 hours to keep going. So there is that challenge for those studying now with exchange rate and everything. just trying to get a handle of the whole system. And then there's for people who have graduated and they are thinking, wow, what next now? My value has increased in the marketplace. I've got a master's. How do I apply to jobs? How do I get into the economy? Because at the end of the day, the reason you've done it is for you to attract something better in the global marketplace.
What are some of the sought-after courses and industries for Nigerians who want to stay in the UK? I think we all can feel a breath of fresh air, I think, even if you were a Conservative. It does feel like the country has been renewed. Of course, we have that historic victory from Sir Keir Starmer. Some of the barges that were open for asylum seekers have been closed. No planes are going to Rwanda. It does feel as if the Labour Party are going to be slightly sympathetic, empathetic towards foreign students and foreigners in this country. But where could you go? What jobs are available, do you think?
It is good to start with the end in mind, as they normally say. I talk to a lot of people that are just studying, and I say, look, there is still areas where Britain has shortages, and it will take a while.
It's not just cleaning and care.
No, it's not just cleaning and care. You know, and if you go on, let's say because the Home Office has a list of companies that can sponsor your visa. Okay. Back in the day, they were like, I think even up until last year, it was like 80,000 companies on that list.
That sounds like a lot.
Oh yeah, now it's more than 100,000.
Wow.
You know, those are companies that can actually sponsor your visa.
Are they sponsoring though? Because you don't hear that when you're speaking to people. People are still scrambling, having to go to friends and family. Are these opportunities just being written down, or can you actually get the sponsorship from them?
You can, but the challenge there is that you must not be naive about the number of rejections you will get before you get your first one. Okay. I think that is what a lot of us are not prepared for. Yeah. I mean, I've been here for quite a while, and even if myself now, with the experience I have, if I lose a job, I may still have to go through 50 applications before I get my first years. So you're looking at 50 applications, let's say 3 interviews, and then 1 year. A lot of graduates are not prepared to go through that. So the first 5 applications and they get rejected, then they just need that person to tell them, look, you are valuable. It has nothing to do with you. It's just how the job market is.
Thank you so much. We didn't even pay a penny for this.
Thank
very,
you
very lucky. Mr. Toyib Adewale Adelodun, really popular on the socials. Very fortunate to have him here, who is a personal development coach as well as an engineer working for Transport for London.
I work everywhere. I was on Crossrail. I work for myself now, so I just work.
A sought after graduate with many, many degrees. Thank you, Toyib.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Well,